all right. I want to preface this reading by saying that I am neither pro-Trump or anti-Trump. I don't care about politics. All the world is a stage and it's all a setup anyway. So we start this reading out with the Tower. First card out sets the tone for absolutely everything. There is a fall. There is going to be a fall. There is the crumbling of something. There is a fall. The Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to change, and they're going to change quickly. And the Devil in reverse. This is about the releasing, the detaching from toxicity. So the first three cards in this entire reading say that there's going to be a crumbling of a foundation. It is the turning point. And it is a detachment from something toxic. The Hermit. Soul-searching, introspection, and the Chariot. Change, sudden change, fast change. Okay? Gonna explain. Stay with me. The Emperor in reverse. This is someone who is out of control of themselves. The Hierophant. Commitment, institutions of some sort. I'm going to explain. Four of Swords in reverse is someone who is mentally conflicted. Eight of Cups is leaving, and the Star is renewal. Now remember, when I was channeling for this reading, I was asking, tell me about President Trump and the future of the United States. President Trump, the future of the United States. This entire top row tells me that President Trump is going to be removed from office. He's going to be, like, physically removed from office because he is not in the mental state to be able to run the country. The Tower. There is going to be an implosion. The Wheel of Fortune. It is the turning point in a positive direction. The Devil in reverse. And it changes the toxic environment that we are in at the moment. The Hermit. Soul-searching, introspection. The Chariot is the collective. So I do believe that the Hermit and the Chariot represent the powers that be that have the authority to do whatever it is that they're going to do. The Emperor in reverse is someone who is out of control of their mental faculties with the Four of Swords in reverse. This is mentally restless. It's not in the upright. This is about mental control and mental stability, with the Four being stability and Swords being the mind. In the reverse, it's someone who is not in control of their mind. In the Eight of Cups, this person is going to be leaving the situation. The Hierophant, representing the post that this person holds, the title that this person holds. It also tells me that the rules governing the position that this person holds are going to facilitate the removal of this situation with the Tower. And the Star says when this happens, there will be renewal everywhere. It's the path, it's the purpose, it's the way that it's supposed to be. This Emperor in reverse right here, this person that is out of control of themselves, they have done their job. They have done what it is that they came here to do. And now it is time for them to get out of the way so the rest of it can happen the way that it is supposed to happen. Second row, first card. Princess of Cups in reverse. Princess of Cups in reverse talks about an inability to emotionally connect. Three of Wands in reverse is not seeing the forest through the trees, a lack of foresight. And then the Two of Pentacles comes on top of this and talks about balance, okay? And that goes back to this Four of Swords in reverse right here, okay? So this Emperor in reverse, who is out of control of themselves, the logic that is going to be used to alleviate this person of their foundational responsibilities is a lack of cognitive foresight. A lack of cognitive foresight is the grounds that this Emperor in reverse, which is Trump in this reading, is going to be alleviated of his duties. Two of Swords in reverse, coming out of a crossroads. Seven of Cups in reverse. Guess what this is? This card is about delusion. It's delusional. It is literally delusional energy. Coming out of a delusional energy to the King of Swords. So there is going to be some serious decisions made by the powers that have the authority to make these decisions to remove a person who is out of control of their cognitive abilities from the seat as the President of the United States. That is what is going to shake down, my friends. Four of Wands in the center of the reading. This restores stability everywhere. Everywhere. The whole world, it restores stability. Three of Cups in reverse. Third-party interference and the Page of Wands. Inspiration, aspiration, effort, and new opportunities. The powers that be in the world are going to petition the United States Congress to remove this man from office. So it's not just an inside job, it's an external job. Everybody in the whole world, all of the powers that be, are going to petition the United States government to remove this man from office. That's how it's going to shake down, I promise you. Ten of Swords in reverse talks about a renewal. A renewal. In the upright, this card is about betrayal, suffering, pain, endings, painful endings, endings that are excruciatingly long, and boom, no more, right? This card says we're not waiting for this term to be over. We're doing it now. Page of Swords in reverse is all talk, no action, undelivered promises. It's also someone that is out of control of their ability to communicate in some way. And then the Three of Pentacles comes on top of it. Teamwork and collaboration. World, global, teamwork and collaboration to remove this man from his position. The Moon in reverse. Moon in reverse is about seeing clearly, seeing crystal clear that this situation cannot be perpetuated. Look, for the love of everything, we need to emotionally expand and emotionally unify in order to create a conducive situation for world peace. Look, Five of Cups in reverse. Moving on from loss, regret, despair, disappointment. The Sun seeing clearly that the path to happiness, success, and vitality, the Queen of Cups, is a different way. It's just like the Star. This person's job here, this Emperor in reverse, their job is finished. They have done what it is that they came here to do, but this person wants to continue to cling to the power that they have, but their job is done. And that's the difference between someone being mentally viable and not mentally viable, is understanding when to let go. Interesting. Third row, first card is the Hangman in reverse. Resistance. He's going to resist this. The people that support him are going to resist this. There is going to be big resistance. Five of Wands that creates a lot of conflict in this country specifically. Judgment. But there's going to be a final ruling. There is going to be judgment. The Supreme Court or whomever is going to get involved in this whole thing. There is going to be legal proceedings that remove this person from their position. To the King of Wands, J.D. Vance, as a first thing I saw when that card went down was J.D. Vance, all right? He is going to be our new president, look, Two of Wands, in the very, very near future. The Five of Swords, white knuckle grip, win at all costs kind of thing, okay? So I think the entire plan for the powers that be from the get-go was for this to shake down this way. And then we have the Empress. And if you've been following me for a minute, you know that the Empress, for me, in a political reading, is always the United States. Always, always, always the United States. I have a freaking fly flying around here. So, the new president of the United States, I do believe these cards are saying, is going to be J.D. Vance. Eight of Pentacles in reverse talks about unmet expectations, can't work on it, can't work it out. To the Five of Wands, again, conflict, 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 conflict everywhere. And then the world. The whole world is going to petition for this man to be removed from office. The entire globe is going to want this man removed from office. And it turns the page and changes the cycle of the trajectory of the entire world. Three of Wands in reverse. A lack of foresight, not seeing the forest through the trees. To the Chariot in reverse. Resistance, no forward momentum. The King of Cups in reverse. Emotional manipulation. And the Ten of Wands in reverse. An overwhelming burden to the Four of Pentacles. Again, this is telling me that I personally think that he is going to have to be physically removed from office. I mean, and that's where this conflict and the resistance and the decisions of judgment come from. I think there's going to be a democratic, not the Democratic Party, right? But a democracy, a democratic vote in Congress to remove the President of the United States from office. And he is literally physically not going to cooperate. And there's going to be some upheaval. The Tower, first card out. There's going to be perhaps civil unrest between the people who do not want him to leave office and the whole entire rest of the world who does want him to leave office. And I think there's going to be a lot of conflict when this happens. He's going to refuse. The people who support him are not going to allow it to happen. And he is going to be literally, physically, possibly militarily removed from office. Four of Pentacles. This restores stability to the United States and the world. The Six of Cups. Family, home, nostalgia, memories, safety. The four safe walls of life are restored. The level of existence for the average person is restored. The Alchemist, manifestation, communication, manifestation through communication of the powers that be in the world. Justice in reverse, injustice, right? Again, this is telling me that the entire world is going to support the removal of this president from office. Two of Cups and the Lovers. Again, well, this also in justice in reverse tells me that there's going to be resistance and conflict, okay? And then the Two of Cups and the Lovers. But all the majority of the people that care want this to happen. And again, I just cannot stress enough, it's going to be historic. It's going to be the first time in the world that the world is going to collaborate to remove this man from office. His job is done. He came here to be a disruptor. and his job is done. And by the whole world joining forces, I mean the powers that be, not necessarily the people, right? The whole world joining forces to remove this man from office actually ushers in the New World Order in its own strange kind of way. It's not at this moment, but it's down the road. This sets the ground for the New World Order. Trump's disruption sets the ground for the New World Order, and that's what he came here to do in the first place. Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords, leaving, the Devil, the Three of Cups, celebration and joy. The world will celebrate when this person finally goes away. And remember, and the only reason the world is celebrating when this person finally goes away is because there's going to be civil unrest while the world powers that be try to get this man unseated, including the United States, to get this man unseated. Joy, right? Joy when this devil energy, which is the man who's out of control with that emperor in reverse, is removed. The Queen of Cups in reverse talks about emotional codependency. To the Empress in reverse, which would be, this is also a card about codependency, but this is the United States. Okay, I'm going to explain the United States and then the Queen of Swords. So the well-being of the United States is imperative for the whole rest of the world to be what the whole rest of the world is and is going to be. And the Queen of Swords represents some serious decisions, because if the United States goes down, the whole world feels the ripple effect of that. I mean, we are who we are, right? I mean, the United States is badass. So the codependency of the rest of the world on a stable, steady, cooperating government of the United States is imperative. The safety of the world is depending upon the United States getting their shit together. And President Trump is going to be physically, possibly violently, removed from office, and J.D. Vance is going to step in, and I think he's going to end up being a pretty good president. I do. I think he's going to end up being a pretty good president. He's not going to win a second term, but I think he's going to end up running the whole rest of this term in a very effective way, because he too is playing his part. And my friends, that's what these cards have to say. Namaste. Check out my book, The 21 Concepts of Awakening, a guided journey to expand your mind. If you are experiencing any kind of spiritual growth or awakening, this would be the book that's going to help you understand what's happening, where you're headed, and how to navigate it successfully.